We're going back now to England. I was in prison in England when I was 19. We were sentenced, all got very substantial sentences, 2 days expanded. It was myself, the 2 Price sisters, Dolores and Marion, was Hugh Feeney, Roy Walsh, Paul Holmes, Billy Armstrong. And we went on hunger strike as we were sentenced. It was on, I think it was the 14th or 15th of November 1973, and ironically, or probably not ironically, they probably picked the day of sentences. It was the day that Princess Margaret was getting married. And I think it was for the media in terms of that. We were on hunger strike. When Tom Mice, it's important to say, when Tom Mice was killed, which is basically what happened to him, they put the tube, not to explain this in a wee minute, they put the tube down the wrong way and the food went into the lungs. And he was only 5 days in the hunger strike. And the huge reaction to his death stopped force feeding on the island of Ireland forever. To my knowledge, it has never been used again since then. And this is something like 55, 56 years later, and the British decided to use it against political prisoners in jails in England. I was in one with Scrubs, the others were in different jails because they had a dispersal process where you did not stay, you didn't have contact. I mean, one of the interesting things about this to me is I was in hunger strike where Michael Gough and Frank Stagg joined our hunger strike, and yet I never met them because they kept, even when we were shifting jails, it was their policy to keep us apart. It's very hard for people to get the concept of what hunger strike is about. They say, well, he said to me today, well, they must have been the hardcore. And I said, no, they weren't the hardcore. You don't know if you go on hunger strike whether you're able to complete it. You have to be determined that you go on hunger strike. You do not go on hunger strike to die. You go on hunger strike to pit your body, the value of your suffering, against a mighty force. And of course, in the 1981 hunger strike, and indeed in our hunger strike, it was against the British government. And remember that political status had been won in 1972 through a hunger strike in Crumlin Road. So this was just a couple of years later, and we went on hunger strike for transfer back to jails in Ireland, quite unreasonable. And if you look at any of these hunger strikes and the reason for them, they're all quite reasonable demands. But the British government, of course, were trying to criminalise Tom Mice, and they were trying to criminalise the hunger strikers in 80 and 81, and by I say criminalising them, of course, criminalising the whole struggle. So you go from the stakes, if you like, just get higher and higher. What we were on hunger strike for was because political status already existed, was to be transferred back as political prisoners, not to be treated as criminals, transferred back to be with our comrades in arms in Irish jails. As I say, we're in separate jails. There was, just go through the process, what happened was I was in hunger strike I can remember, it's in hunger strike 19 days when the doctor came down with the squad. Warmwood Scrubs at that time, before the blocks, was the biggest prison in Europe. So they actually had a hospital in it, they had theatres in it, they had all of that. They kept me, and I don't take this personal, in the mental observation ward. It was the only place that had Category A prisoners, but it was interesting in itself because of the characters who were there. Frankly, the ones who were in G2, which is what it was called in the hospital wing, should not have been in jail. A lot of them were suffering from mental disabilities and should never have been in jail. So